people always ask what the 20,000 rep hashtag that we use is all about. Well, basically, years ago, we had a 24-day camp, no live wrestling, right? So it was 5.5 hours of drill time, and 2 kids came from Montana. They were brothers. One was going to be a junior, one was going to be a senior. These 2 kids were just unbelievable. I mean, they're probably going to be famous Navy SEALs or something one day. Incredible kids, just like animals, right? Animals. And they came to the camp, and their mom called me and she goes, the only thing is when my kids come to the camp, they're not allowed to drill with anybody but each other. And I like kids who come together to drill together if that works, because you're guaranteed a partner that you like and that can work with you, right? Now for live wrestling, it's good to switch it up, but either way, I'm happy whatever you want. But I thought that was kind of odd. I was like, why is that? Well, then when they showed up, I guess it was she mentioned that again, and I was like, this is really odd, but that's okay, yeah, whatever. And then the first practice, the kids told me they had it mapped out where they were each going to get 20,000 repetitions of our camp, because we do teach fast, right? We don't take 12 to 15 minutes to explain a move, right? We don't talk about it. We don't talk about the 13 reasons why it won't work, or what happens if you don't, or tell a special story about some famous Russian who, all right, we see that way too much at clinics. We're like, hey, here's an underhook throw by, get set. And I had talked one of our wrestlers through it twice. Boom. Number 1, get set. And I talk them through it step by step 2 or 3 times. Boom. Then they go. So literally, our goal is to have the kids drilling something in under a minute whenever we introduce something new. So, not that they knew that, but I think some 24-day camps that were all drilling, I'm not sure it's possible to get 20,000 reps, but we do keep a really good pace. So they did tell me that they had it mapped out where they can get 20,000 reps each. And these guys were freaking hammers. And they said they did it. I'm not sure if they did or not. So that's kind of where it came from. So right now we have a 28-day camp. And it is 4 days, which are seminars, our 28-day camp. We go over the sports psychology side of wrestling, right? Getting your mind ready, learn how to organize your own thoughts, because your mind can think a million things at a second, but it can only think about one thing at a time, and that's your opportunity to grab hold of your mind. And your thoughts create emotion. Bad thoughts create bad emotion. Good thoughts create good emotion. So we spend non-stop over that 28 days helping with performance evaluation worksheets, self-awareness forms they fill out. They give us questions, they answer our questions, we read the answers. So there's a lot of individual counseling, but we also cover, one of our seminar days is how to get a college wrestling scholarship, and sort of the ins and outs of that, right? And the regulations that you have to follow through, individualizing or developing your own wrestling practice system, you could say, your own style. And then obviously we have a weight loss, strength and conditioning as well. And my notebook's right over there. So kids go through that. That's 4 days of the camp. Now there is a live wrestling session at night most of those times, depending on how the kids feel. But so basically out of the 28-day camp, we do have 24 days of drill time, but we do have live wrestling in the evening. So it's 4 hours of drill time. So I just figured it up with 24 days, 4 hours of drill time, right? And however many hours that is, times 60, because 60 minutes, divided by 2, because in wrestling, your partner gets to practice half the time. And if you can get 5 reps a minute, you should be able to get 14,400 repetitions. And that's excluding our practice time and our instruction time, which is not very much anyway, as we discussed. But at our camp, you should easily, just with 75% effort, you should be able to get 10,000 reps over the course of the 28-day camp. And so now the 20,000 rep thing, when people ask, will my wrestler get 20,000 reps in 28 days? I think they could, but it's very unrealistic, because most people aren't freak shows like these 2 kids were. And plus, we have live wrestling now too at night, so it just takes part of the 1/3 of the practice time away. So things have changed a little bit, but we do have partners coming from even Canada, Japan, Germany, certainly all over the United States, Alaska, Hawaii, Connecticut. They're all flying from everywhere for our camp facility in St. Louis, Missouri. But here, you should be able to get 14,400 reps. So, I should do hashtag 30,000 because that should be our approach, but I keep it 20,000 reps. And you should be able to get 10,000 reps each at our camp. And so 20,000 reps per group. 10,000 to 12,000 is still really good compared to probably a lot of camps. There's a lot of great camps out there, obviously, I'm sure of it, that, ours is so drill intensive, skill intensive, no push-ups. We have a no running guarantee. We're not going to waste your time 1/3 of the practices. If you're at a 28-day camp and you're running 1 out of every 3 sessions, that's like running 9 days. You're like, dude, I spent 9 days I paid you guys $100 a day. I spent $900 to run. I can do that at home for free. So, ours is all drill time and skill intensive and drill intensive. But, that's pretty much where the 20,000 rep thing came from, is from these 2 Montana kids. And, but I do think that each group should be able to get 20,000 reps, 10,000 reps each in a 28-day camp. With just good solid effort and with hard charge and effort, you should be able to hit that maybe as much as 14,000 reps, but certainly 12,000 plus reps with a kid that's really hitting it hard. That should be your goal. So each group's going to get 20,000 reps. You might get as much as 25, 28,000 reps per group if you come with the right partner and make it your goal. But that's 1 rep every 12 seconds, which I think is pretty easy to do. And so anyway, that's where the 20,000 rep hashtag came from, and it's something we're very proud of. Good luck to you guys. You can check us out at purlerwrestling.com. We would love to have you consider our camp, and sells out almost every year anyway. So I'm not going to give you a big sales pitch, but we would love to have you consider us.